Stop number 4 on our training camp tour, sitting next to second-year quarterback Drake Maye. You were questioning how many teams I'm going to. I have a question for you. By the time I get to my 10th camp, I'm on stop 4. Will you have thrown an interception in practice or no?
I hope not. That's the goal coming out here. That's the goal, not to throw one of the other teams. So I think that's a big emphasis, for us this year, taking care of the football and hopefully, keep it in our team's hands.
A lot of excitement, a lot of positivity here at Patriots camp. You guys are all fully sweaty and amazing. I was just talking to Stefon Diggs, and he actually said you're a lot more athletic than people give you credit for. We're trying to keep that a secret, or what's going on? We know you can throw in the pocket, but what can we expect?
I think it just comes natural, trying to make plays. I think trying to keep the defense honest. I think, having the quarterback be able to, make some first downs with his legs or maybe included in the run game is always keeps them on their toes, and that's our point of emphasis this year, is just not to be predictable and try to keep the defense off, like I said, off balance, off guards, and just keep going. My main emphasis is get the guys that are better than running than me the ball, but hey, you never know what happens sometimes.
Ramondre Stevenson has some lofty goals. I love hearing that, but you don't even need to run because you do have Stefon Diggs, bona fide number 1 wide receiver. How would you describe that dynamic with those 2 touchdowns yesterday?
Yeah, I think it's just different. It's different coming out here with a guy who's done it for a long time, who's been a big-time receiver in this league, played in playoff games, done it at a high level, seen about every, coverage and ran every route you could think of. So he's got a lot of experience. He's done a great job of, leading the room, the receiver room. They got some good players in there, and he's done a great job. And he's leading this football team. He's, stepping up every day, leading this team, and I think you just see him grow and grow more, as a Patriot, and looking for him to, throw it to him when it counts.
I love that. He told me that he got to hang out with your dad. He skipped the water portion, the jet ski portion. Take me into that conversation between your father and Stefon Diggs.
I apologize, Steph, talking to my dad. He's going to talk to him for a while. But, no, my dad, loves talking to, high-level football players and asking them questions. So, I apologize to guys. They have to talk to my dad, but he's all talk about football.
Stefon Diggs told me that you're cooler than people think you are. I wouldn't take that as a compliment. I don't really know.
Yeah. I don't know how to take that one. Yeah, that's a little – I don't know how to take that one, but I guess it's a compliment.
Is Josh McDaniels cooler than we think he is?
Yeah, no doubt.
How?
Coach is, I think Coach just keeps, the energy. I think the energy, he's a champion. I think that's the biggest thing that makes him cool. He loves to win. We can share that in common. He loves winning, wants to be a champion, and I think that's kind of something that brings its own swag when you got Super Bowl rings.
Wins are on everybody's mind. I just talked to RKK, not to put pressure on you, but he's feeling good. He said that you are really maturing, that he loves what he's seeing with Josh McDaniels as the John Deere is behind us, just facing a little adversity here. I'd like you to teach me a little something. I know he's showing you some Brady tape, as to be expected. Of course he is. What's the specific thing that we're really focused on? If I were to take a highlighter and highlight, what are we looking at with the Tom Brady tape? What is it?
The Tom Brady?
The tape that you're watching with Tom
tape.
Brady.
Oh, shoot.
What's the one thing that you're super
There's so many things
on?
learning from Tom. I think, sorry, these John Deere. Good God.
Use them as a means to delay your answer. That's what I would do. Just think about it.
Oh, easy. I think, the one thing with Tom, he always knew where to go with football. I think, the times there wasn't always, not always, but he was great at knowing where to go with the football, beating blitzers, knowing where to go before you got the snap. I think that's the best thing I saw in his feet. His feet were always in the ground ready to throw. That's the big things I saw from, watching him on tape. And I think just knowing where to go with football, and I think just the stuff you see kind of on TV was leadership, and then now knowing what he was doing is pretty cool for me.
I would like the national audience, as we, you have your receivers here, they're young. The people nationally know Stefon Diggs. Of course, he's a tenured, decade-plus veteran. Who is someone that's really popping out to you? Maybe Pop is the pun there.
Yeah, there you go, Pop.
What do we know about him?
I think Pop. I think Pop is, a guy that is tough to guard, and you can't guard him in a phone booth. He's gonna make things happen with the ball in his hands. He's tough to tackle, and I think the big thing with Pop is he's lining up right. He's running the right routes. He's kind of getting the next level to, hey, what do he do in this look? I think that's the best thing with Pop that you're seeing growing into year 3 for him. So I'm excited to keep getting him involved, and we got some good playmakers in that room. When
you're getting ready to come out to practice, and I can't imagine you guys are in there getting your mind right, whatever it is. What is the Vrabel-ism that is sort of in your head as you approach it? I know he said pick, win, or run, that's what he's harping on. What's the sort of thing that in your head when you go home at night that's drilled in already?
Yeah, I think next play mentality. I think he's kind of honed that in on, hey, where it's good play, bad play, play what you have back, throw you what you have back. There's going to be a bunch of those, just kind of playing the next play, getting those guys around you, they're going to be looking at me to get him some energy and keep my head up, and I think he's done a great job of challenging me that this week.
What's one thing you're really proud of as we sit here this year from last year that you've evolved in? I know you want the wins, and those will come. Is there something that you've really worked on that you're, even like from a leadership perspective? Yeah, what are you proud of?
I think just being myself. I think that's the main thing. I'm trying to just be myself out there, and hopefully guys enjoy, being around me. Steph said I was cool at any thought, so that's not a great step in the right direction, but just be myself, and I think just kind of get to know these guys and get to know the guys around you that are playing for you and playing with you, and create a relationship that's going to you'll make it even better when you win.
I feel like your D-line is kind of like a John Deere out there ready to run people over. Drake Maye, how would you describe how good they are and what a pain in the ass they've been to you?
Yeah, it's great work. It's great work for our guys up front, great work for me of getting the ball out. I think it's becoming a thing in this league that these defensive lines are good every week. It's going to be some on the edge you're focused on, and someone inside is going to be a problem. So it's great work for me to get the ball out and get going.
Jared Wilson, sort of a star. I was driving in, and I had all the texts here at Patriots camp ask about Jared Wilson. What is that smile?
Yeah, I'm smiling because I tried to get him to North Carolina in high school.
Wait,
but he chose Georgia. He's from North Carolina. He's from right up about an hour away from me back home.
Perfect.
And he chose Georgia, and they won a few national championships, so I can't blame him. But I tried to get him to come block for me in North Carolina, but I'm glad he's on our team now.
I'm really glad that he's on your team as well. We appreciate your time. I know you have so much to get to. And we'll see you, I guess, week 1.
Sweet. There we go.
Sweet. There we go. Drake Maye, the coolest quarterback ever.